Hi everyone. Today we are going to discuss the meaning of working capital, and further we are also going to discuss its various types and financing sources also. Now let us first understand the basic meaning of working capital. See, the access of current assets over the current liabilities, or simply the difference between current assets and current liabilities is called net working capital. So whatever stocks I have, whatever the money I have in my bank, okay, with me in the form of cash, or my debtors who are going to pay me at a future date, when we subtract all of these from the current liabilities, that is all the parties to whom I have to pay, like my creditors, okay, bills payable and all. So when I subtract current assets from my current liabilities, what I get is the net working capital. That is the things or the amount which I have in the form of current assets with me. Okay, this is simply known as net working capital. So it is always preferred that current assets are more than the current liabilities. Okay, because an inadequate working capital will lead to inability to pay to the creditors or even buy future stock. So if current assets are less than the current liabilities, then in the future if I have to buy the stock, then I won't be having that much money. There will be paucity or shortage of funds. So it is preferred that current assets are always more than the current liabilities. So there should be an ideal ratio of 2:1, as we have read in the current ratio also. Now, what are the different types of working capital? So it is divided into two parts: the permanent working capital and temporary working capital. So when we talk about PWC, it is basically the amount of minimum current assets which are required all the time, okay, to ensure a minimum level of uninterrupted business operations. So permanent working capital is basically the amount which is always there in the form of current assets. Okay, it's the minimum level of CA or current assets that we are supposed to have all the times so that our business can go on smoothly. Now, when we talk about temporary working capital, it is over and above the permanent working capital. So, it is the additional working capital required from time to time to and above the permanent working capital. Okay. Now, let us discuss the concept of operating cycle. See, it refers to the number of days a company takes in converting inventories into cash. Okay, how much time or how many days are taken in order to convert inventories, okay, or your raw materials and then your finished goods into cash. So it basically talks about that. It tells us that how many days are there or will it take to convert our inventories or stockpiling into cash. Now the formula is operating cycle equals to inventory holding period plus receivables collection period. See, inventory holding period, for let's say I hold my inventory in my shop, okay, in a kirana shop for 10 days, and plus receivables collection period, and I receive the money from that person after selling this thing in 5 days. So the collection period would be 15 days. Okay. Now there is other formula also. It is basically in case of manufacturing enterprises. So here operating cycle equals raw material holding period. Okay. When I am holding raw materials, okay, and work in progress, when the work is going on them, when they become finished goods after that, and then receivables collection period when I receive the money. So all in all, we come to know that how many days is it taking to convert them our inventories into cash. Now the next thing is, what is net operating cycle? See, in this everything remains the same, but we subtract the period in which we as producers pay back to our creditors, okay, from the operating cycle formula. So we as producers also have the responsibility of paying back to our creditors, our suppliers. Okay, so here we subtract it from the operating cycle formula. So the formula is cash cycle or net operating cycle equals to inventory holding period, receivables collection period minus credit payment period. Okay, we are basically subtracting credit payment period from the formula of operating cycle. Now let us discuss about the various working capital financing sources. See, the first one is bank overdraft, and we all know that this facility is provided by banks. So here the borrower is sanctioned an amount which can be utilized as per need, and the borrower pays the interest only on the used part of the amount. See, here a certain amount, let's say 1 lakh, is sanctioned to the borrower, and the best part is the interest will be calculated only on the amount which the person utilizes. Okay, so the cost, it is basically cost efficient. Okay, now working capital loans, they are issued by banks and NBFCs to finance the day-to-day operations of an organization. Okay, the day-to-day operations when we need money to buy our stock, okay, to pay to our creditors. So they are issued by banks and NBFCs to finance the daily requirements of an organization. Now the next one is trade credit. See, when the creditor extends the credit period of the borrower. For example, if a supplier is okay to get a delayed payment, then this is trade credit. Okay, so here basically the creditor is giving more time to the producers to pay back his or her money. Okay, then the other one is bank guarantee. It is basically a guarantee which is given by banks to pay the required amount in case the buyer fails to do the payment. If the buyer is not able to do the payment, then the bank is giving guarantee to the seller to make the payment. Okay, for example, a person is selling goods to me from United States and I am in India, and if let's say I am not able to pay the amount to the seller, then the bank is giving guarantee to that seller to give, okay, to basically pay or supply the goods on time, and the bank will be paying in case I fail to pay. So now what is the difference between letter of credit and bank guarantee? See, when the bank issues a letter of credit, the seller sells the goods. Okay, let's take the same example. Here the seller is selling the goods, okay, and gets the payment by the bank and is getting the payment by the bank. Okay, and later the buyer pays the payment to the bank. So in case of letter of credit, the bank is paying it to the seller and the bank is basically getting the payment later by the buyer. Okay, but in bank guarantees case, the amount is basically guaranteed by the bank, and where the seller is selling the goods, after that the buyer is paying the money to the seller, not the bank. Okay, bank is just giving the guarantee. Now discounting of bills. When a firm gives goods to debtors on credit, it generates a bill, okay, and this bill is shown to the bank and the firm can avail the money at a discount. Okay, so whenever a firm is getting goods or giving goods to debtors on credit, so there is a bill, okay, discounting bill which is generated, and when this bill is shown to the bank, then they can avail certain money for financing at a discount also. Now the next one is factoring. See, this is very important and common for financing the working capital need. Here basically the debtors are sold to the third party on agreed terms. Okay, whoever my debtors are, then they are paid to a third party. That is, the third party is handling all their accounts and making me the payment. So in this way I can finance my requirement from time to time. Now let us practice some important questions. When a bank issues letter of credit, which party makes the payment? buyer, seller, none of the above. See, we discussed that in case of letter of credit, when the bank issues a letter of credit, the seller sells the goods and gets the payment by the bank. Okay, so the correct answer for this would be bank. That is option C. Now the next question is, when the supplier extends the payment period of goods, it is called bank guarantee, factoring, trade credit, all of the above. See, when the supplier is extending, okay, asking or giving the more time to pay the amount, then it is known as trade credit. Okay, so the correct answer would be option C for this. Now this was all for today. Thank you so much for your time.